Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I am Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Rozgar Mela, hands over 75,000 appointment letters. Secretary Judicial Law and Justice Nino Iralu reminds legal lawyers to remain independent from money, power and pressure. Money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog FATF puts Myanmar on the blacklist. An Indian Panorama announces official selection for 53rd IFFI 2022. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a mega recruitment drive, Rozgar Mela, for 10 lakh personnel today. On this occasion, appointment letters for various posts of central government were handed over to 75,000 newly inducted appointees in the first tranche. While addressing the new appointees through video conferencing, the Prime Minister said this is another step to provide employment opportunities to youth. He said several steps have been taken by the government to provide employment and self-employment opportunities in the last 8 years. Modi said India is marching towards becoming self-reliant in every sector, and the target of becoming a developed nation can be achieved with the contributions from everyone. He said India is the fifth biggest economy now, and this feat has been achieved due to the reforms undertaken in the last 8 years. The Prime Minister said youth are the strength of the country, and the central government is working on several fronts to provide them employment opportunities. Prime Minister Modi congratulated the new appointees, saying that the efficiency of government departments has increased due to the efforts of the country's Karma Yogis. Secretary Judicial Department of Law and Justice, Nagaland, Nino Iralu, has reminded legal lawyers to remain independent from money, power and pressure. Addressing the inaugural program of the one-day state-level training program for retainer lawyers and panel lawyers today in Kohima, Iralu called upon the legal lawyers to maintain highest ethical standards and be honest with one's integrity so that the services being rendered is unquestionable and to the satisfaction of the receiver. Iralu also asked legal services lawyers to pay more attention in explaining law and legal advices to anyone who comes to them, noting that the lawyers normally do not open up when money is not involved, for which public become reluctant to approach or seek help of lawyers. Referring to legal services lawyers as harbingers of the authority, Iralu asked them to remain more focused, unselfish, proactive, to accept responsibility to provide effective legal services to the common man with special focus on the marginalized section of the people. The training was attended by 46 retainer lawyers and panel lawyers representing all district legal services authorities across the state. Money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog Financial Action Task Force FATF has put Myanmar on the blacklist and has called on members to apply enhanced due diligence to business relations and transactions in Myanmar. In February 2020, Myanmar committed to addressing its strategic deficiencies. Myanmar's action plan expired in September 2021. FATF said that given the continued lack of progress and the majority of its action items still not addressed after a year beyond the action plan deadline, it has decided that further action was necessary in line with its procedures. FATF called on its members and other jurisdictions to apply enhanced due diligence measures proportionate to the risk arising from Myanmar. It added that Myanmar should continue to work on implementing its action plan to address these deficiencies, including demonstrating an improved understanding of money laundering risks in key areas. It also urged Myanmar to demonstrate enhanced use of financial intelligence in law enforcement agency investigations and increase operational analysis and dissemination by the financial intelligence units. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today handed over houses to 4,51,000 families of Madhya Pradesh under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin through video conference. Virtually addressing the state-level program organised in Satna, the Prime Minister said that home brings progress for all as the village also progresses due to construction of houses along with the owner of the house. Clarifying the intention of the government to provide maximum facilities to the farmers, Modi said the government is converting all food distribution shops into Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samriddhi Kendras. The Indian Panorama, flagship component of the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, today announced selection of 25 feature films and 20 non-feature films. The selected films will be showcased at the 53rd IFFI to be held from 20th to 28th of next month in Goa. The aim of the Indian Panorama, organised by the National Film Development Corporation, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, is to select feature and non-feature films of cinematic, thematic and aesthetic excellence in accordance with the conditions and procedure in the said regulations of Indian Panorama. The selection of the Indian Panorama is made by eminent personalities from the world of cinema from across India, comprising a total of 12 jury members for feature films and 6 jury members for non-feature films, led by the respective chairpersons. President of Beauty and Aesthetics Society of Nagaland and President of Northeast Beauty Pageant Organization, Mele Pucho, has said that Miss Northeast 2022 will be hosted in Kohima on 3rd November at the Cultural Hall, Kohima. During a press conference in Kohima today, Pucho said that all preparations are going on as to welcome the contestants from other states and also to showcase the best of the state, including the best artists, designers, makeup artists and judges. He said that the winner walk away with 1,50,000 rupees along with gift hampers, while the first runner-up will receive 1 lakh rupees with gift hampers and the second runner-up will walk away with 70,000 rupees along with gift hampers. There will also be subtitle winners in 6 categories. Pucho also informed that all the cash prizes for the winners and in the subtitle categories will be the same even in the years to come, as the event will be held on rotation basis. It may be mentioned that Nagaland will be hosting the first edition of Miss Northeast 2022. Altogether, 15 contestants will be participating for the prestigious title. Pradhan Mantri Paradya Janu Shadi Bari Yojana has significantly reduced patients' out-of-pocket expenditure. It has helped in savings of 18,000 crore rupees for the citizens in the last 8 years. In a tweet, Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya said, government is committed to ensuring good quality and affordable health care for all. It was launched in 2008 to provide quality medicines at affordable prices to the people. Over 8,700 Jan Aushadhi stores have been opened across the country, covering almost every district. Government has set a target to increase the number of Pradhan Mantri Paradya Janu Shadi Kendras to 10,500 by the end of March 2025. The festival of Dhanteras is being celebrated in different parts of the country today. Dhanteras is also known as Dhan Trayodashi and Dhan Vandri Jayanti. People consider this as an auspicious day to make new purchases, especially gold and silver articles and new utensils. The day also sees heavy purchases of appliances and automobiles. And now to the news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Rozgar Mela, hands over 75,000 appointment letters. Secretary Judicial Law and Justice Nino Iralu reminds legal lawyers to remain independent from money, power and pressure. Money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog FATF puts Myanmar on the blacklist. An Indian Panorama announces official selection for 53rd IFFI 2022. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.